so today's video, as the title says, is going to be about makeup brushes. Makeup brushes are a new obsession of mine. I'm really into them lately. I honestly was never that into them because, I don't know, I just kind of didn't want to spend my money on them, but now that I'm like getting into them, it's all I want to spend my money on, and learning how to use them in the right way makes putting on makeup a whole lot easier, and I feel like I have more control, and then I look better, and then just in the long run, I love makeup brushes. I have all different kinds. I have some MAC, of course. I have Sigma, which are my new favorite. I have some Real Techniques from the drugstore, which I love. I have like an e.l.f. brush. I have some random ones that I don't even know what they are. But yeah, I'm just going to be sharing all of my favorite brushes with you. I hope you find this helpful because when I was looking to invest in some other brushes, these kind of videos really helped me. And most of these I've been trying out for a really long time. I really wanted to like make sure I knew what I was going to say about them before I did this video. But now I know what I'm gonna say, so we're gonna do it. Starting off, I keep my brushes in this recycled, that's the word, this recycled candle from Bath & Body Works. Miss Glamorazzi has a whole video on how you can like take out the wax and make them glittery. I'll link that down below if you're interested because I've done it a bunch. And then you just put the little planter beads or whatever they're called inside, and it helps them stick up straight. So I have a couple of these and that's how I store my brushes. Just wanted to share that. But yeah, now we'll get into it. Now, starting with foundation, I've always been a finger foundation type of girl. I would just use my fingers because I felt, honestly, and I still do feel like this, I don't think there's anything wrong with putting on your foundation with your fingers if you're looking for like a lighter, more natural finish, because I feel like it warms up in your fingers. You really rub it in with your fingers. There's not going to be a whole lot of like streaks or weird lines. I feel like you're just going to get more because you're like feeling it out, you know? But once I started watching Jaclyn Hill, I know I talk about her way too much, but it's true, she's my obsession. Once I started watching her do her foundation, she always talked about this trusty guy right here. This is the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush. This is amazing. I did a whole foundation routine video where I demoed this brush. If you're into it, I will link it down below. I am obsessed. I love the flat top, and it just does such great things about buffing it into your skin, no matter if I want a light coverage or if I want to build it up. This guy just really honestly helps me out. Even like lately I've been using a different primer which also helps like blend out everything, and I've just been absolutely loving this lately. I don't know why, but lately I've just been like, I am nailing it with this brush. They have a whole kabuki line which I have most of, and I'll share more of when I, get into that. I should have started off with Sigma by saying that I'm a Sigma affiliate, so I have a 10% off code that I will link down below, and it helps me out if you buy through my link, so hopefully you find something you like and we can help each other out. If not, it's fine, but if you are interested, I will have the coupon code and the link, as well as links to all the brushes, even the non-Sigma ones, down below, just to make things easier for you. But yeah, love my F80. I use it every single day. Now that I have it, I won't be able to live without it, and it's just the best. Next up, I love this brush. This is also a Sigma Kabuki. This is the Tapered Kabuki F86. Ah, that's not gonna help. Can you see the shape? I'll have a close-up. It's just tapered. It's just amazing. And this is not a concealer brush. Everybody uses it for concealer to do like your under eyes because it's just the best little point to get right in there and just do. I use it every single day to buff out my under eye concealer, as well as like if I'm highlighting down my nose and on my forehead and on my chin. I just do it with this because whatever highlighting concealer I'm using there, I'm usually using there too. And I love it. This does such a good job of like picking up the excess product where you put too much and kind of just spreading it out evenly. It's never like streaky or creasy or gross with this. I love it. So definitely check this out. Next, I have a clean brush because I haven't used this in a minute, but this is the Sigma Angled Kabuki F84 brush. I got this to use with my cream bronzer and also like my cream blush, but you can use this for anything you want. It's again really good for blending things out, and I loved using this with my NARS matte multiple that I was using for bronzer during the summer. Blending it out with that was just amazing. I love this brush. I use it any chance I get, usually with cream products just because I feel like I get a little more control with the angledness of it. So yeah, Sigma F84 Angled Kabuki. Then after all my cream products are done, I set it with some powder, and this is my favorite powder brush. This is a Real Techniques powder brush, that's all it's called. It's ginormous! Look at it, it's glorious, it's amazing. These aren't as soft as the Sigma brushes, but I don't mind because I still like them, if that makes any sense. They still are soft, they're just a little more coarse than the Sigma brushes, but the size of this brush is fantastic, and I mainly just powder my chin and my forehead area, and this just allows me to cover a lot of ground really quickly. And yeah, I love this brush. I've been using this for years, and these are really cheap. The Sigma brushes are a good deal, but the Real Techniques ones are even cheaper, and you can find them at Ulta. I think maybe even Target too. Don't quote me on that for sure, but I know for sure Ulta because that's where I get all mine. But yeah, love this brush. Now I'm going to get into bronzing and highlighting. I'm going to start with my favorite highlighter brushes first. Now, my first love, and I still really love this brush, this is the Sigma Precision Tapered P86 brush. Oh my god, I don't know if you're going to be able to see the shape. It's basically this brush but smaller, and it's so cute. It's like mama and baby. I freaking love this brush. At first I was using it for my under eye concealer, but it kind of is too small for that, I thought. I think it's made for under eye concealer, but I like pack it on, so that big brush really helps me out. So what I started doing with this is I use it with my cream highlighter, which I use most days. I love my Benefit Watts Up. This is amazing. I just dip it in the little thing, put it on the tops of my cheekbones, and it's just the best. There's a whole precision kit. I think it has 4 brushes. I think it's like pretty much the Kabuki kit, but like baby versions. And I definitely want to get more for like spot concealer brushes because I don't have any of those. So those are definitely on my list, but I absolutely love this brush. This is one of the first ones I ordered from Sigma, and I was obsessed immediately. This is the one that made me be like, I want to be an affiliate. I'm gonna apply. But I love this brush, and I will use it forever because it is amazing. Then for my powder highlighters, I wanted to find something a little bit more fluffy, and this isn't the fluffiest brush obviously, but it is better than what I was using to put on like my soft and gentle, or what I really needed it for was my the Balm Mary Luminizer, because it's very shimmery and I was having issues with it being too much, so I needed something that I could like really work it into my skin. So I picked up the Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush. This is, again, has that tapered effect to it, as it's called, the tapered highlighter brush. It's a really, really good size for my cheeks, at least. It just kind of boop, boop, fits in there, allows you to blend it out, and it's just amazing. I think they have a size up in this. This is also great for, I don't normally set my under eye concealer just because I find like I don't need to, but this would be great for if you have like a special brightening powder, setting it underneath there. I think that would be awesome. This brush is a good size and a good shape, so again, it has a lot of, it could be multi-purposeful for you. Is that a word? You could use it for a lot of different things, so I don't think you'll be wasting your money at all. Before I discovered those two, I was using the e.l.f. Angled Contour Brush, which is just this really little guy. He's angled, and I thought this was great for just highlighting my cheekbones if it's not something I need to blend out a lot. I'm definitely keeping this brush on hand. As I've been like finding replacements for brushes that I didn't really love, I'm getting rid of them because I don't want to have too many brushes, but this one I'm keeping on to because I did enjoy it. This one was like either $1 or $3, I can't remember, but it's also nice on the very rare occasion that I want to like contour my nose. I hardly ever do that, but I keep thinking like, oh, this will be a good brush for that. But yeah, so cheap, and it's lasted me a long time, and yeah, e.l.f. is great. Now moving into bronzer, and I have two very different brushes for bronzer that I'm using right now. This first one is from Sephora. This is just their blush brush, even though I'm using it for bronzer. Sephora brushes are expensive, so I don't, although I use this, I only use it because I already have it. I would definitely recommend a Sigma one over this. I like my Sigma brushes better than I like this, and this, I was shocked by how expensive Sephora brushes are, so yeah, I would suggest something else over this, but I'm just going to tell you what I use for my bronzer. It's the angled, like, you know, angled blush brush, but I like this if I'm trying to get like a really defined line, like I could fit it in there good. But if I'm not, then I go with this Morphe brush S19 that I just got in last month's BoxyCharm. At first I didn't know what I was going to use this for, because like I could use it for powder, but it's very fluffy, and so I use this to just warm up the face, and I've been obsessed with this. This will be in my monthly favorites this month. I've just been obsessed with this, and this also allows me to use some bronzers that may be a little too dark for me, because I can use a light hand, really blend it in, and just warm up the areas of my face that I want to do, which is, I don't hardly ever contour because I'm not that cool, but I definitely notice a difference in like the overall appearance of my face if I have a little bit of bronzer on, so I've been loving using this. So yeah. Next, moving into my favorite, my blush brushes, and this is going to be hard to say blush brush. I'm getting it out there now. For the amount of blush I have, I'm shocked that I don't have more blush brushes, but this is all I got, which I guess is a good thing because I'm being not a blush hoarder. This is the MAC, I believe that's a 180. It could be a 130, it's rubbed off. I've had this forever. I want to say 5+ years, and I love it. It's just that angled blush brush that you see everywhere. MAC brushes are expensive, And to be honest, I probably won't ever buy another one because I love my Sigma brushes so much, and they pretty much mimic exactly what MAC does, unless it's like some sort of like special edition amazing brush that I have to have, but they're so expensive. I think this one is like $32. It would be like $14 on Sigma. It's just way too expensive, but I love it and it's lasted so long. I probably can't live without this brush. If for some reason I lost it or it broke, I would definitely buy another one even though it's so expensive, but that's just because I'm addicted to it. But yeah, MAC brushes are great quality. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just expensive, which is why Sigma is a great alternative because it's kind of the same thing, really, really good quality, but not as much. But that aside, I love this brush. I use this when I want very precise placement of my blush. Before I bought this new blush brush that I'm going to mention, this was all I was using, and it's lasted for years and I love it. So definitely one of my holy grail products in general, and it's just amazing. And then recently I picked this up for bronzer originally because, like I said, I was looking for something a little more fluffy to really just warm up my face, but I didn't like it for bronzer, so I started using it for what it's actually for, and this is the Real Techniques blush brush. First of all, it's pink, amazing. Second of all, it's that really nice tapered brush that I like, but it's big and it's fluffy. It's amazing. I used it today. It's for when I want more of like a blown out blush effect, because I find that this is fluffier and I can just, you know, blend it out a little bit more than I can with the MAC one. Sometimes I use both. I'll apply it with that one, then blend it out with this, but I love this so much. And this was $9.99 at Ulta. I think I used a coupon, and I just love it. I highly suggest this one. I want to try more Real Techniques brushes because I'm so impressed with the couple that I have. So leave me suggestions of which Real Techniques brushes you like. This video is probably already 15 minutes, but now we're going to get into eye brushes. I'll start off with this little guy. This is the MAC 266 brush. I used to use this to fill in my brows, and I still probably would if I was using a brow powder at the moment, but I'm using a pencil. So I actually have two of these on hand because I love them so much. I love them for eyeliner. I love them for if you're going to put some shadow on your lower lid, if you're going to put some shadow on your upper lid to make it look like eyeliner. These are really, really great. I don't know why I have two, but I'm really happy I have two because I have to clean them less often. This is also great with gel liner. I find I really, really like it. And yeah, so I've had this for years and I still love it. Along those same lines, I have a Sephora Professional eyeliner brush. This is an angled eyeliner brush in number 23. If you can see, just kind of, it's cool. So I use this on the rare occasion. We're having an earthquake. Or no, that's just a truck. I use this on the rare occasion that I use gel eyeliner. I hardly ever use it. I prefer my liquid liner, but I do have some gel liners. So I'll either use the MAC brush I just showed you or this little angled guy, and it works just fine. Again, Sephora's expensive. Try to find a different one. This is just what I have and what I use. That's a terrible review. I apologize. I haven't actually used this yet, but I have been in need of a pencil brush for a long time, but I didn't want to spend the money on the MAC one, and then I realized, hey, Sigma. So this is the Sigma Pencil E30 brush. Everybody recommends this. I wanted a pencil brush for obviously blowing out under, is blowing out even what it's called? Blending out. I wanted this for blending out like underneath my eye if I ever put eyeshadow down there. I also just feel like it's a good shaped brush to have on hand. I don't know why, but I just wanted it, so I bought it. Okay. Now when I'm packing the initial color on my lid, like the inner lid right here, I only use this and I love this. This is the Sigma Shading E55 brush, and they sent me, no, it's short and pink. I actually like that it's short. They sent me this when I became an affiliate. It was like my affiliate gift. Everybody gets one when you get cleared to be an affiliate, and I love this. I love the shortness of it. I love that you can really pack shadow on. If I'm ever also like wanting to, you sometimes, you know the trick where you put like the shimmery eyeshadow right in the middle of your lid to make your eyes glow. I use this guy because I find that I get a lot of control out of like the short bristles and the roundness of it. So I really, really like this. If you order this, it won't come pink, it'll come like the long black handle, but the brush will be the same, and that's what matters. Now if I'm doing sort of like a smoky eye and I want to put some color on the outside of my lid, I use this small tapered blending E45 brush. It's very small, tapered, fluffy, so I find that I get a lot of control with this, but then I can blend things out with it also. I really have been enjoying this. I got this a while back. I used it quite a bit. I don't do smoky eyes too often, usually just for filming or like going out. But on day-to-day I don't do smoky eyes. But again, I feel like this can be used for a bunch of different things, you know? It's kind of like a multi-purpose brush. If something else is dirty, you can kind of pick this up and do what you need with it. So, yeah. Now I just have a few more brushes, blending brushes. This first one is a MAC one. This is probably my favorite brush ever. This is the MAC 217, a very popular brush. It's just the best for a lot of different things. I can use it for blending, I can use it for putting color in my crease, I can use it all over anywhere on my eyelid because it's a good shape. It's a little fluffy, it's not too long, it's not too short, it's amazing. It's a little purple today because I have some purple on my lids and I didn't clean it. I'm not much of a spot cleaner, to be honest. I deep clean, I was gonna say every 2 weeks, but it's probably like every 3 weeks. But yeah, anyway. I love this brush. I will have it forever. I've even considered going to buy another one, even though it's MAC and expensive. I'm sure there's a Sigma dupe for it, but I don't know which one it is, and I just love this brush, so yeah. Now, these two brushes, this is okay, you can't get this brush, so I apologize for mentioning it, but I love it. This was sent in, back when Ipsy was My Glam, they were sending a brush every month, and it was like their My Glam brushes. This is like the best shape for blending out ever. Like in the crease, it's the greatest, and but it's a little rough, if that makes any sense. It sheds a little bit, and it just kind of hurts if you're blending too much, so I wanted to get a Sigma one to see if I could replace it. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, and although it's similar, it's a little too long for what I like for this one to do. They look exactly the same, but I feel like I have a little more control with this one. Maybe I just need to get used to it, but I am liking this. I do try and use it to try and get used to it, just to throw some color in my crease. It's also amazing for blending things out. Look, it's so fluffy and amazing. But yeah, so I love this brush, and you can't get it, but you can get this E40 tapered blending brush, and I think they might have an E35, which might be a little smaller, that I might try next to see if it's a little more like this. But yeah. Okay guys, so that is it. I'm sure I talked for way too long. I apologize. Thank you for sticking with me to the end if you did. I have a lot of exciting videos coming up next, so subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I hope you have a great day, and yeah, love ya. Bye.